Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is George Fisher speaking to you from the inside lobby of the Pantages Theater and saying welcome to what is perhaps going to be the greatest event in motion pictures. At least I think it's going to be the greatest night in the history of motion pictures, for it is the premiere of A Star is Born. I think the most looked forward to motion picture in this year of 1954. A Star is Born, of course, stars wonderful Judy Garland, James Mason, Jack Carson, Charles Bickford, Tommy Noonan, lovely little Lucy Marlowe. And as you can tell from that camera, there are just thousands and thousands of people here at this fantastic opening at the Pantages Theater. Now, if you can look around, you'll see, I think, more people than I have ever seen at any premiere in Hollywood, and I would like to tell you that this is my 100th premiere. As you may notice at my side, I have 4 lovely movie star assistants. To my left, lovely Rosemary Bowe, and also to the left of Rosemary, lovely Paula Raymond. And then the beautiful redhead, if we're in color you could tell better, lovely Amanda Blake, another redhead, Ann Robinson. These lovely assistants are going to grab the stars. There are some 250 here. I don't want to keep them waiting any longer. We're going to try to get as many as we can. The introductions may be brief. You may even see me push them aside a little faster than we would like to. But we would like you to be the first to see this wonderful crowd here at the A Star is Born premiere. So many stars have already come in. And it's a real pleasure to bring our First Lady of the Press, radio, and all the rest of it that goes with Luella Parsons' wonderful title. Luella, welcome here as the first guest on our TV show at A Star is Born, and Jimmy McHugh.
Thank you very much, George. We won't talk because you have so many wonderful stars waiting to get into this so wonderful picture.
Luella, you don't have to talk very much. Everything you say that's great and important is read by millions. So thank you very much for being so understanding. Bye-bye, dear.
Thank you, Jim.
Coming up now, thank you, Jim. Coming up now is a young lady here who has created quite a sensation, Universal starlet, Miss Mamie Van Doren. Mamie, won't you come over? Thank you, Amanda. Mamie Van Doren. Now, this outfit, I think you should kind of let us step back and see that. Cheesecake and all. Would you introduce your friend?
Kevin Delroy.
Debbie Delroy. Very nice to see you,
Just
Kevin.
came in from Europe.
From Europe. Wonderful. Thank you. Mamie, we really wanted to show you in this fabulous gown. We have so many people. I do want to grab them all if I can. Thank you. You're very beautiful, I might say. Dean Martin. Mr. and Mrs. Dean Martin. I haven't much chance to say too much of an introduction, Dean. I never saw so many people at a premiere. How about you?
I think everybody's here. And this is a great picture. We're not supposed to say, but we saw this picture. And we're coming right back to see it again.
How do you like Judy?
Oh, she's great. She's got to win everything.
You know, you gotta let me put in a plug. You notice that I'm in the picture. I'm doing the same thing in the picture that I'm doing here tonight. Open it up. Pretty good acting.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful acting.
Thanks so much.
Shoot out this way.
Right.
Go on.
George, I want you to talk to Gloria Graham.
Cy Howard. Wonderful.
Cy Howard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last time that Gloria Graham, who is now Mrs. Cy Howard, was in this theater was the Academy Award, the night of an award, I think, almost the last time. Gloria Graham, Cy, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Johnny. Thank you. You going to stay with us?
I'll stay with you. This is almost as big an opening of The Star is Born as it was at the Academy, don't you think?
Could be a little bigger.
A little less nervous, though. A little less nervous. Wonderful.
No, it's a wonderful night.
Thank you so much for coming up.
Thank
You
you,
notice
Johnny.
I'm rushing everybody because there's so many wonderful
That's
stars
right.
like you.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Gloria. Well, here's a great, great pal, Eddie Arnold and Mrs. Arnold.
I just want to say this. Many, many years ago, it was my pleasure to introduce the star of The Star is Born tonight that we're going to see. And then she was just a little bit of a girl in a sailor blouse, a pleated skirt, and it was at a benefit. It was my pleasure to introduce her, and naturally we all believed and we know today that she is a great star, and we're going to see a great performance tonight.
Judy Garland. Thank you, Eddie Arnold. Miss Mason.
Not in a midi blouse.
Thank you. Coming up to our microphone, John Hall.
Oh, and Linda Danforth.
Hello there.
George, how are you? Nice to see you again.
Raymar Toxin.
It's really a pleasure to be here. I want to congratulate, of course, Jack Warner for bringing A Star is Born back to the public again. All of you Rama fans, be sure and go and see A Star is Born, because you're not only going to see Miss Judy Garland as a great new star in a rightful place, but it's a package that is for the whole family. George, we're very happy to be here. And Linda,
Well, let me
I'm
tell
sure
you
feel
something.
about the
I
same, don't
feel
you?
great.
One word from Raymar, and I know all your fans will go. So thank you very much,
I certainly
John.
hope they do.
John Hall and Linda. So very
Good
nice
luck,
to
George.
see you.
Nice to see you.
No evening would be complete without Hedda Hopper.
Well, I want you to know no evening is complete for me unless I am standing very close to Hedda.
How are
Hedda
you,
Hopper,
darling?
it's a real pleasure to see you here tonight.
Well, it's wonderful to be here. I've lost my fellow named Bob.
Where is he?
He's got lost in the mob down there.
Well, I
There he
wish-
is.
Gosh,
And
we
you
ought to
know,
get him
tonight
up.
is really show business, isn't it?
I think so. It's the
You
biggest.
see, it's the biggest. 5 years ago, Judy lost Anna Get Your Gun, and Betty Hutton got the part. Yesterday, Betty Hutton says that she's going to retire from show business. Now, have you ever heard anything like that in your
Switch
life?
to end all switches.
Yes,
I think.
well,
It's a
we've never
Hollywood
known.
story in itself.
Well, we've never known anything like that in Hollywood, have you?
No.
You're looking wonderful. How many children have you?
I have one, honey, and one coming in November. Thank you for mentioning it.
Well, I still have one grandchild.
Thank
Nice
you
to
so
see
much.
you. And I can't find my fella. Where are
There he
you?
comes down.
All
Thank you,
right.
Hedda. Coming up now, a very dear friend of mine.
George.
One that you all know. A fellow who has made a great, great success in Rear Window, Raymond Burr, but also a great success with the trips to Korea. So, Raymond, let me say
right,
welcome.
Frank.
Did you bring Evelyn up?
Yes, Evelyn
And
Russell's
introduce
here.
this boy who's just returned
Evelyn?
from Korea.
Come over here, will you?
Evelyn Russell, ladies
Hi,
and gentlemen.
George. How are
Would you
you?
introduce your friend here to our TV audience?
Yes, this is Frank Vitti, a boy that's with us tonight.
Look into the
Right
camera.
back from Korea.
Mr. and Mrs. Gene Herschel. I don't have to say much about Gene, except he's the #1 man in this town for our money.
Thank you,
Won't you
George.
get in and say hello?
George,
Our mic, our camera's
George,
right over there.
I don't know if you can hear me because it's such a noise. But after 42 years in Hollywood, I don't believe I've ever seen a premiere or an opening like this. That includes the Academy Awards, and I ought to know to that because
Believe
I was
me,
ahead of it, you know.
Gene, you certainly should know. Thank you very much for coming up. You can see our guest list is pretty big. Edward G. Robinson, ladies and gentlemen, and
Now this is
Mrs.
Miss Anderson. We're
Miss
just making a
Anderson.
debut in pictures.
Well, how nice.
The
What
one we're
picture?
doing now called, well, of course it would be called Dead Pigeon, you know, the kind of name my pictures have.
Well, I want you to know that it's a real pleasure to see you, and I know our audience, a fast one on TV, by the way, Eddie, is
Yeah.
delighted to see you because an old Warner man like you would wish a great deal of success
Well,
to
thank
Judy
you,
Garland.
George. Yes,
Thank you so much.
Nice to
So
see
nice
you.
to meet you. I have a great thrill here now for you all. One of the stars of the picture of A Star is Born, Mr. Jack Carson, who is a great MC, and he's going to present a little later on Georgie Jessel and Judy for you. Jack, won't you take over? It's real
George,
exciting.
thank you very much. It's a great thrill to be here. This is, I would say without fear of contradiction, one of the finest pictures I've ever been in, and I've never been associated with anything of the stature of this nature. So it's a very thrilling evening. It's one of the biggest premieres we've ever had in Hollywood, and I certainly am thrilled to the bottom of my feet to be a part of it. I might say I'm a little nervous, too. But who have we next? We're going to try to get everybody on here as fast as we can and get them off. Donald Crisp, would you like to say a few words? It's awfully nice to have you with us.
Thank you very much, Jack, and I'm very glad to see you.
Well, it's awfully nice to see you again. I
Great pleasure.
haven't seen you since Bright Leaf, but have
That's
a good
right.
time and enjoy the picture.
Thank you
you
so
very
much.
much, sir. Who is it? Virginia Mail. Virginia Mail. It's awfully nice to have you here.
Thank you very
How's
much.
the family?
Wonderful. My old man, my husband, he couldn't be here tonight. He's home working on his television.
Yeah, I've seen it. I think it's a wonderful show, and it's a shame he can't be here, but it's certainly nice to have you.
It's a
And
great night for you and Judy Garland.
thrilled to death. I can tell you that.
Wonderful. I know
It's nice to have you.
It's wonderful to be here.
Okay, Virginia, thank you very
Bye-bye.
much. Bye. Who we got? Marilyn Maxwell, how are you? It's awfully nice to have you here.
Mary Davis.
How do you do? Good to see you. Yes,
Very
sir.
excited to be
Would you say
here.
a few words to our television audience
Well,
here?
I think everything's been said, Jack. It should be said. It's most exciting, and I'm real thrilled to be here.
Well, it's certainly awfully nice to have you, and I'm tickled to
Looking
death
forward to seeing you.
Oh, I'm so nervous I could
Oh,
die.
you'd be great.
Thanks for coming in. It's awfully nice to see you. So long.
Jack, it's Connie Murado.
Daddy Hirata, how are you? It's awfully nice to have you with us tonight, and
Good to see you.
I'm very happy to see you, and
Fine, I'm working hard.
well, I'm
Having
very
fun.
embarrassed and nervous. I'm not used to doing this sort of thing.
I think this is the most wonderful thing I ever saw. What the people are receiving as
I have never seen a premiere like this in my life, and believe me, I've seen lots of them, so I'm very thrilled to be part of it.
and for me, be here, make it was wonderful.
Well, it's
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming in. How do you do? Awfully good to see you. How do you do, sir? Good to see you. And we're certainly glad to have you at this premiere. This is the biggest thing I've ever seen. I'm a little nervous, so I just want to thank you for coming in, and I hope you enjoy the picture. Thank you very much. It's nice to see you. So long. Lee, how are you?
Fine, Jack.
Lee Liberace.
Jack, my mother, And my very good friend from Chicago, and St. John.
Won't you stand here? Awfully nice to see you. It's nice to have some fellow Milwaukeeans here, you know?
Certainly is.
Born in Milwaukee.
You were? Well, we're all very happy. I wasn't born there, but I lived most of my life there. In fact, this is where we knew each other to
That's
start
right,
with.
Jack. It's a great thrill to be here and see Judy back in films again.
Well, wait till you see. I only saw part of the picture, but she is, without a doubt, one of the real great talents of our time. It's awfully nice
Looking
to have all
forward to seeing
three.
you, Jack.
Well,
Bye-bye.
That's it.
Jack, it's my pleasure to bring my next-to-be-needing man and his beautiful wife.
I seem to remember you
Yes,
from
I know
someplace,
you.
Stanley. It's Dennis. It's nice to have you with us.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
And while you and I didn't make this picture together, I'm doing a serious
Are you
role
in
in
it?
it. Yes.
Oh, are you
Am I
good?
in it?
No, I didn't know that. I'm a fan of the star.
The Judy Garland,
Judy
yes.
Garland.
Well, James Mason's pretty good at it. So is Charlie Pickford.
Yeah, that's good.
Dennis, awfully nice to have you with us. Thanks for coming down.
Jack is Karen Sharp and John Smith.
Karen, how are you? John, awfully good to see you. It's a pleasure. It's awfully nice to have you with us. I know you're going to enjoy the picture.
Well, Mr. Warner only makes the finest, so I'm sure we will.
Well, Mr. Warner, well, yeah, he's made some pretty good pictures at this time, but have a good time. Will you,
Thank
Jack?
you very
Nice to
much.
have you with us.
Jack,
Yes.
here's Debbie Reynolds and Joy Foreman. Debbie?
Hello, Debbie. How are you?
Fine,
Awfully good to
thank
see
you.
you. Awfully nice to have you with us.
Joey Foreman?
Well, I do now.
You're really working here tonight, aren't you?
Well, we're trying to get everybody on that we can because I've never seen such a tremendous crowd.
I've
And
never been so excited in my whole life. Look at all those people.
isn't this something? This is just a tremendous
Well,
thing. You'd
this
think
is
that
really Hollywood,
you think that Lindbergh had just got back from flying Atlantic or something.
Sweating
you know?
pretty good, too.
Well, it works out that way, but it's awful nice to have you with us. And I do hope you enjoy the picture.
Thank you very
much.